This is exactly right.
If audiobooks are your thing, or if you've been meaning to listen to more of them, you should check out a podcast called Ear Say, the Audible and iHeart Audiobook Club, hosted by Cal Penn.
Each episode spotlights standout audiobooks on Audible across all kinds of genres: sci-fi, comedy, romance, thrillers, and more, with Cal talking to guests who help break down what makes each story worth listening to.
It's a fun, easy way to discover your next great audiobook.
Check out Ear Say on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Goodbye.
The best time to think about home security is before you need it.
That's exactly why there's Simply Safe.
Traditional home security only alerts you after a break-in has already happened, and that's too late. Simply Safe is changing that.
Simply Safe's U.S.-based live agents identify threats on your property and help deter them so intruders never get to your house.
The system is customizable so you can build one that fits your home and your specific needs.
The 24/7 professional monitoring is effective and affordable and won't lock you into a long-term contract.
I think that's what's so scary for so many people is that long-term contract. And like, what if it turns out you don't like it or need it, but they don't have that because they know you'll like it and you'll know that you need it and feel so much safer when you have it. Like at this point in my life, I would never go without a security system on my house. I just feel safer with actually having Simply Safe around.
There's a whole staff at Simply Safe that's waiting to talk to you and help you out. Right now, you can get 50% off your new system by visiting simplysafe.com/MFM.
That's half off at simplysafe.com/MFM.
There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Goodbye. While the world watches the stars at the FIFA World Cup, Hyundai has its eyes on the next generation of talent.
The future soccer stars who are already turning heads at age 14.
Because next doesn't wait for an invitation.
And Hyundai doesn't either.
Hyundai has always moved the future within reach.
Hyundai did it by making advanced safety standard on every vehicle.
And by engineering EVs with ultra-fast charging capability.
And Hyundai continues doing it every day because the future isn't some far-off concept. It's already here.
Next starts now.
Hyundai, an official partner of FIFA.
Goodbye.
Really quick announcement before we start the minisode. We're having some big changes to the website and to the fan cult. So if you are a fan cult member, keep an eye on your inbox for updates and important information over the next coming days. And for everyone, we have a big, exciting special announcement that we're going to be letting you know about on Instagram Live. So be sure to follow us. So that'll be on Wednesday on Halloween at 8:30 Pacific time. Check it out. Instagram, My Favorite Murder. Goodbye. Hello.
Oh, hello and welcome.
This is My Favorite Murder.
The minisode.
This is a special spooky Halloween.
Spooky Halloween. That's my friend Patty Riley, who I lived in the haunted house with. For some reason, and I think it was because there was like a card somebody got sent, but we used to say that to each other, Spooky Halloween, instead of Happy Halloween.
Hello. Spooky Halloween.
Spooky Halloween, everybody.
Okay, we're reading you your scary ghost stories.
Guys, you knocked it out of the park.
To go. I'm terrified.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. This first one, I'm going to censor the subject line.
Okay.
So I'm just going to tell you that the subject line is trick or treat.
Okay.
But that's not the whole one.
Okay.
Dear MFM team, I love it. I love that official borderline military feel to that greeting. Longtime listener, love the show, love your pets, and I love the community. After listening to George's Halloween story last week, I had to share my favorite memory of a tainted Halloween treat. I grew up in Canton, Ohio, which is a working class town about an hour south of Cleveland. We're famous for the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Who cares? and for showing up on lists like worst American cities to live in and most dangerous small cities.
Oh my God.
Love it. Okay, to set the scene, it's 1991. I'm 9 years old, and I'm trick-or-treating with my 6-year-old brother in the nicer part of our neighborhood. We walk up to our aunt's house and get our candy. Mom tells us to go to the next few houses, and she'll catch up as she finishes talking to my aunt.
She finishes her Chablis.
Yep, and her big, long Benson & Hedges Lights 100.
That's right.
Thrilled with this newfound trick-or-treat freedom, we head off. However, we quickly realize there's a problem. We look up the walkway to the next house and we see the neighbor, picture Bob from Twin Peaks.
Oh no.
Sitting on the front stairs. He looks scary, but it's free candy, right?
Right.
My little brother and I look at each other in horror as Bob reaches his grimy hand into a large bag of potato chips and proceeds to place handfuls of loose potato chips into the trick-or-treater candy bag.
Oh my God. That's disgusting.
We freeze because we're supposed to be polite and take the nice man's potato chips, right? Wrong. We turned around and hightailed it the fuck out of there. This psycho is giving children handfuls of loose potato chips. Run. To this day, my little brother and I dissolve into a pile of giggles at the thought of that creep and his loose potato chips. Were the chips plan A? Did he run out of candy and turn to what he considered the next best option?
Were the chips plan A?
Was he just trolling the neighborhood? We'll never know. SSDGM and happy Halloween, Christina.
That's great. Loose potato chips.
Loose potato chips in a trick-or-treat bag.
Just sullying all the candy you have so far.
Just ruining
it. Okay. This is called Some Spooky Shit for Halloween. And then sidebar. Cats know.
Oh.
That's right, Elvis.
Yes, Elvis.
Hi, guys and gals. No, hi, guy and gals.
Oh, Steven.
I thought now that it's almost Halloween, it would be a good time for me to write in about my spooky paranormal experience. I grew up in a small town in Colorado in a house that was super far away from other houses, and it was unanimously agreed was haunted as hell. All of the spooky was reported happening in the same room, the TV room in the basement, of course. The stories mostly happened during parties with my friends, hearing fucked up things, or people acting weird in the wee hours of the morning. Except one time when a hippie lady stayed with us down there and told us she heard things screaming in the walls, which we decided to blame on raccoons and move on.
They're a good catch-all, those raccoons.
Raccoons. Goodbye. My personal experience happened when I was about 17. My parents were out of town and decided to leave me in the enormous haunted house alone. My dad was allergic to cats, so they had to stay outside in our garage, but I was spooked, so I brought the homies inside. That's fucking right.
That's right.
When we went downstairs...
Because they're really going to help you when you get killed.
Yeah, exactly.
Cats milling around as you're murdered.
Also, I'm just like so sad at the idea of a fucking garage full of cats. Just like nothing as a cat person makes me more sad.
No.
Homies inside. We went downstairs to watch some TV, and I settled into the couch facing the TV with my back to the majority of the room. One of my cats, One of my cats, Tito, was on my lap and uncharacteristically really on edge. He kept jolting up and staring over my shoulder at the same corner. I would turn around and look where he was looking, and of course nothing was there, but he would just stare. He did this several times. He would go from purring and drooling in my lap to high alert with all his hair on end and staring at the same fucking corner over my shoulder. Then suddenly he hissed and bolted out of the room. I decided, not today, Satan, and booked it upstairs to my room where he was waiting for me on my bed, acting like nothing happened. So I got in bed and finally calmed down enough to fall asleep. The next thing I knew, I had opened my eyes and my nose was an inch away from a wall. As I started to come to, I realized where I was. That's right. I fucking sleptwalked to the corner in the basement. I freaked out.
I'm freaking out.
And sprinted upstairs and launched in my bed. I checked my phone and it was roughly 3:03 a.m. in the morning, meaning that I must have been in the corner almost exactly at 3 a.m.
No! The witching hour.
Is it?
I mean, yeah.
Nothing like that has ever happened to me since, and we are now selling the home. My mom used to tell my sister and I that the spirits have watched us grow up, and so aren't a threat to us, but might be mad about something else. But still, fuck that corner. Thanks for the awesome podcast. Stay sexy and trust your cat, Taylor. And then next to Taylor in parentheses, it says, girl.
Girl.
Taylor girl.
Girl.
Taylor's a female.
Taylor girl. That was a good story.
That's right. Trust your cats.
God, that's upsetting.
To fucking sleepwalk and then wake up in the basement in a corner. That's
in the bad corner.
Like if I woke up and I had sleepwalked to the pod loft, which is a relatively like spirit-free safe place, I would be freaked out.
Oh yeah. No. There's no good place. You could be like, you could sleepwalk to the freezer where all the ice cream is and still be freaking the fuck out.
Right. But to the fucking corner where your cat was hissing at.
To the Blair Witch corner where the bad children go right before they're murdered.
Exactly. At 3:04 a.m. That's right.
Yay. Spooky Halloween, Taylor.
Spooky Halloween.
Okay, this next one is subject line, My Crazy Neighbor, a Halloween Tale.
Okay.
Hello, MFM family. A while back, you asked for crazy neighbor stories. Did we?
I bet we did, and I love it. I'm proud of the past.
Yes. I don't remember the past.
Do
us.
it. I love it.
And with Halloween coming up, I figured I'd send this one in. I grew up in a small Pennsylvania town in a quiet neighborhood. There was never a lot going on, so we had to do what we could to entertain ourselves. For my neighbors catty corner from us, this meant getting really into the holidays, especially Halloween. Think haunted house in their garage,
Nice.
crazy long decor, blasting the theme from Halloween as soon as the sun started to go down. Quite frankly, it was amazing. Okay, now I'm sorry to sidebar this already, but I told you and Vince this when we were on tour, but the last time we recorded in the pod loft at Georgia's house, I went, when we were done, and we're always done at like 11, 10:30, I went down to my car that was parked in her garage. And somebody was sitting in their car in the garage.
In the creepy ass garage of my like my apartment building has a fucking creepy like 80s Japanese horror movie garage.
Yes. It's very, it just seems like somewhere a bad thing would happen. Yeah. Somebody was sitting in their car blasting the theme to Halloween.
That's so fucked up.
So it was, I could tell if you were sitting in the car, it would be making your ears bleed, but outside the car, it was just plain loud.
Oh my God. Who?
And at first I was like, it's October and then as I was on my way to the car, I wanted to get into the car so bad. And my car unlocks automatically when you approach it because I have the key.
Yeah.
And I still was trying to open it with the key.
Yeah.
Because I was so freaked out by the time I got there because that music is so fucking, it's like,
Who would do that?
it's just that, it's bad keyboard. Yes.
That
Thank
one, right?
you. Yes.
No, wait, why am I adding a
weird version.
flourish in it?
Your version's perfect.
Thank you.
Okay. Anyway, that's my personal experience. Yes.
Spooky Elvis.
Elvis is so spooky. Okay. And they said about the neighbors' decorations, quite frankly, it was amazing. One Halloween, when I was in high school, a group of friends and I were at my house preparing to go out trick-or-treating. And then in parentheses, too old? I think you're never too old to score some free candy.
That's right.
There was a knock on the side door, so thinking it was a friend of mine or an appropriately aged trick-or-treater, I went to answer it. Standing on the other side of our glass storm door, silhouetted in the dark, was a full-grown man dressed as Michael Myers.
No.
He didn't say a word. He just stood there brandishing a knife and staring at me.
No.
And yes, the Halloween theme was playing from across the street. Naturally, I immediately gasped and ran away. My friends all freaked out when I told them, and then freaked out even more when Mike showed up at the window.
What a dick.
He didn't speak. He just stood there. We continued to run around the house only to have him appear at the windows until we realized some time had passed and we had no idea where he had gone. So after losing our shit for a while, one of my guy friends decided he was going to be macho and go, macho was in parentheses or quotes, and go see where this fucker had gone, and went outside. He came back 5 minutes later with a weird look on his face and told us to follow him around the side of the house. There we found my neighbor at the bottom of our stone cellar stairs, mask by his side, clutching his broken ankle. He had fallen in while trying to sneak around our house in the dark. Luckily, he wasn't more injured because he seriously could have broken his neck,
my God.
falling 7 feet down the stairs to the bottom.
That is not how I expected this to end.
The knife ended up being fake, of course.
Thank God.
Or else that could have also ended really badly.
Oh my God.
Needless to say, he ended up needing physical therapy and he never tried to scare us like that again.
What?
Stay sexy and maybe leave your neighbors alone, Allison.
What a fucking dick. That's what you get, you fucking grown man, for trying to scare little kids.
Seriously, he fucking paid the price
He
immediately.
was running around trying to scare them and he fucking just fell down 7 fucking... Oh, what a piece of shit. I love that so much. I love that so much.
So funny.
Being an adult sucks.
I mean, you know what would be really funny is if this new version of Halloween came out, the new Jamie Lee Curtis, which is apparently like breaking box office records and so huge and amazing. But it would be funny if like that's the way they finally stop Michael Myers.
Yeah, he trips.
Yeah, they just do a little funny pit, a trap pit for him.
Yeah.
What am I-
Or what if it's not on purpose though? He like trips over, like the neighbor cat tries to like cuddle up with him and like twists up his legs and he falls and starts crying. He's like, I hurt
myself and I hurt other people.
Yeah,
I don't want to hurt other people anymore.
I just wanted attention.
He walking through backyards, there's that one great shot of him and he's like in between the sheets that are blowing in the wind.
Yes.
And then he walks forward and it chokes himself on one of the laundry lines.
Gets caught up in the sheets.
I'm
God.
sorry.
Damn it. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Okay. This is called Friendly Ghost Story. Chicago. Hi, MFM fan. Thank you so much for making Ghost Stories fair game for minisodes because I have been so excited to share this old ghost story that has been passed through generations of my family.
Sweet.
You people are the best. Okay, here it is. So it was smack dab in the middle of the Great Depression in Chicago, and my great-grandpa was struggling, like everyone else, to provide food and shelter for his wife and several small children. One day he heard word that a local bank had a job available. He immediately dropped what he was doing and sprinted to the bank. But already a huge crowd of men had gathered who all wanted the job. And then it says in parentheses, what a messed up time.
It really was.
Tell me about it. No women couldn't work there? Okay. He waited for hours, but never made it to the front of the line. And eventually the boss man from the bank announced that the job had been filled and they should all go home. Ugh. Totally defeated, my great-grandpa went to the local pub.
Sure.
And then it says, good for you, Grandpa. As he was sitting drinking a beer, a man sat down next to him at a bar. He ordered a drink and they got to talking. After several minutes of chatting, the man, out of the blue, goes, you should go back to the bank. They have a job available. My great-grandpa was like, no, I was just there and they hired someone else. The man was like, nope, they have a job available. And my great-grandpa was like, no, they don't. This continues, and I guess my great-grandpa was pretty annoyed with the guy. Eventually he was like, fine, whatever, I'll go back. He thought that the guy was completely bonkers, but something in him made him walk back to the bank. Like expected, when he got back, it was bank business as usual. There was no crowd and the posting for the job had been taken down. He was about to turn around and leave when the bank doors open and the bank boss man is ushering someone out. Then he pointed to my great-grandpa and said, you here for the job? My great-grandpa was in shock, but somehow pulled himself together enough to ace an interview and get hired. Turns out that the guy the boss man was ushered outside was the one who they had originally hired, but something didn't work out. As soon as my great-grandpa was done with the paperwork at the bank, he ran back to the pub because he wanted to find the man who sat next to him to thank him for somehow knowing the bank job would be open again. You're crying already.
I'm going to cry.
But when he got back, the man was gone. He asked the bartender, did you know the man who was sitting next to me? I need to find him. And the bartender said, I don't know what you're talking about.
There hasn't been anybody sitting next to you. Sorry.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. I thought you were crazy because you were talking to yourself the whole time.
No.
My great-grandpa was totally confused as he walked home. My family is convinced that bank job saved him and his family. And so also my mom, my siblings, and me. My Irish Catholic family thinks the mysterious man was an angel, but I don't know. Friendly ghost seems more likely to me. Stay sexy and always do what your friendly pub ghost tells you to do. Bridget.
Can I say, Bridget, what I think it was?
Yes.
Because in the Great Depression and the crash of 1929, all those bankers killed themselves. And I bet you as a fucking banker from that bank. And it's the reason one of the jobs was open. And he fucking went there.
It was his job.
It was his job or his bank. Because why would he even be in there, that bank, or know or haunt that bank? I love it.
Scary.
I love it.
Yeah. I should have saved that one for last. Shit, sorry.
No, because there's this one.
Okay, go.
Because these are all so good.
I know.
Good job, Stephen.
Good job picking those, Stephen.
Stephen, you did it.
Stephen hasn't been here for 25 years.
Why are you talking to yourself, Georgia? This is the new... Now, what's that voice? Now I'm Foghorn Leghorn all of a sudden. We've gone completely away from an old miner. Okay. A ghost strangled my boyfriend and I puked. That's the subject line.
Enough said.
I once threw up a whole cranberry and chicken salad in a packed restaurant because of a ghost. Here's what led up to that shining moment.
Shit.
About 5 months before the vomit incident, I was sleeping in my boyfriend's room. His room was always brightly lit from an obnoxious street light that shone in through his window like a floodlight.
Fuck that shit.
Around 4, no shades in your town?
Yeah.
Around 4:15 a.m., I woke to the sound of my boyfriend yelling, no, no, and struggling in his bed. I looked over, and straddling his chest was a man in full Air Force attire.
Oh my God.
Which looked old-fashioned and retro, with both hands around my boyfriend's neck, throttling him as my boyfriend appeared to struggle and yell. I started screaming at the top of my lungs and bolted out the front door to run and get help. This was the mid-90s, no cell phones for us early murderinos. My boyfriend ran down the street after me, shouting at me to stop and telling me, it says mansplaining in parentheses. It's not mansplaining. That I must have had a nightmare. Bullshit. I know what I saw, and I definitely wasn't dreaming. I refused to ever sleep in his house again. For the next several days, I was so rattled that I would shake every time I thought of what happened.
Oh my God.
That's post-traumatic stress disorder. Fast forward 5 months later, and we were in a new restaurant in town, which had vintage photos posted all over the place. After lunch, we walked around and took a look at some of these pictures. After a little while, my boyfriend said, look, it's a picture of my house. In addition to the framed photo of the house. Yes, get ready. There was also an inset picture of this soldier who used to live in that house and who had apparently died in World War II. It was the fucking man ghost that strangled my boyfriend months prior. I shit you not. He used to live in that house before he was killed. It gave me such a shock that I threw up my entire lunch right then and there, and I ran out of the restaurant and had a major panic attack.
Oh my God.
It was a small town scene that people like to gossip about. The moral of the story is bring your barf bag with you after you've seen a ghost try to kill your boyfriend.
Holy
just to be
shit.
safe. SSDGM ladies, Lolo.
What the fuck?
I love it. How satisfying to actually see it be. That's like something out of a movie.
And then, you know, it's so much more satisfying than like that, her being like, that's him, and trying to explain it is just vomiting. Like, that's like, there's like the best way to get anything across is be like, I am so freaked out that I vomited. Like, that's not something like, baby, remember I was telling you about that guy? No.
Yes.
That's you can't argue that.
No, it wasn't a dream.
Yeah.
Because of the worst dreams you've ever had, you've never projectile vomited because of seeing a picture.
You can't mansplain projectile vomiting.
The idea that she's running up the street out of the house screaming and he's trying to say, don't do this anymore. And it's mansplaining. Amazing.
One more?
Yes. You got one?
Elvis is...
I don't want to stop.
This podcast is brought to you by Squarespace.
Every successful small business starts with someone saying, I wonder if people would actually buy this.
Squarespace gives you everything you need to find out.
From consultations to events and experiences, you can showcase your skills with a customizable website designed to attract clients and grow your business.
With Squarespace's collection of cutting-edge design tools, anyone can build a beautiful, professional online presence that perfectly fits their brand or business.
Get paid on time with professional invoices and online payments. Plus, streamline your workflow with built-in appointment scheduling and email marketing tools.
Head to squarespace.com/murder for a free trial.
And when you're ready to launch, use offer code MURDER to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
Goodbye.
You know your favorite summer clothes by what actually makes it into your suitcase.
Find the outfits you'll wear all season long at Quince.
Quince's 100% European linen pants, dresses, and tops are the pieces you'll reach for all summer long. They're lightweight, effortless to style, and they start at just $32.
Their denim is soft and comfortable, and their organic cotton sweaters are perfect for layering when evenings get cold.
Quince's beautiful 14-karat gold jewelry adds a subtle finishing touch.
So I just went to Italy, and you bet I brought my 100% European linen scoop neck midi dress along with me in the color of floral waterfall, and I wore that thing all over Italy. It was like the perfect day to night. It just looked so pretty, and I felt like I looked sophisticated while still being comfortable.
Make your summer wardrobe feel easier.
Head to quince.com/MFM for free shipping and 365-day returns.
Go to QUINCE.com/MFM for free shipping and 365-day returns.
Quince.com/MFM.
Goodbye.
Every piece of furniture you own has a story.
Sometimes it's an heirloom, and sometimes it came with the house because it was too heavy to move.
If you're ready to start a new chapter with your home decor, there's Article.
Article makes it effortless to create a stylish, long-lasting home at an unbeatable price.
They take great care in curating their collection, focusing on pieces that stand the test of time.
We've talked about Article for a long time. There are pieces in that catalog that are so affordable that are room changers. And if you go through there and there's like a little something you don't even realize you need it until you see how they have stuff set up or what style combinations that they're doing, where they do the boho chic, there's mid-century, it's a little bit modern, it's something new. Like, there's so many choices in there, and it's not going to break the bank.
As someone who's interested in tons of different styles and time periods, Article covers them all in one place. I love that.
I know I've mentioned already how much I love my entryway table, but I swear to God, because the path that it's on, I pass it 4 times a day, and I love it more more every time.
Article is offering our listeners $50 off your first purchase of $100 or more.
To claim, visit article.com/murder, and the discount will be automatically applied at checkout.
That's article.com/murder for $50 off your first purchase of $100 or more. Goodbye.
Oh, this one's creepy. This one's creepy just because of like the description of the ghost.
Okay.
It's called A Dead Camper? ?
Uh-oh.
Hey, Georgia, Karen, Steven, and all animals. Multiple L's. Huge fan of the show, and since it's October, I'm re-listening to last year's Ghost Stories. They put little squiggly lines in the episode. In the event you do something similar this year, or a creepy minisode sometime, I hope you find this creepy too. I was born and raised in a very small town in New Hampshire, home of good old H.H. Holmes. Back in the early 1900s, our property was a summer camp for boys. Already terrifying.
Just the worst idea.
The smells everywhere. Our house's foundation was literally built around the old swimming pool. In our front yard, the concrete from the pool was covered with stones, but as the years passed, they fell off and revealed more paint from the pool. There's also weird things on our property, like a set of old wooden stairs built into a huge hill on just one side.
No.
Creepy. We had a good amount of land.
Under there?
I don't know. And in the backyard, my dad cleared it out to create bike trails and jumps for us. Rad. Anyways, when I was probably 12, my friend and I were riding our bikes and rode all the way down to where the clearing ended and the woods began. At the same exact time, we both came to a sudden stop and skidded off our bikes, basically staring at the woods, wondering what in the creepy-ass hell we were looking at. Right at the tree line, there was a boy staring back at us who looked to be around 9 years old. He was very dirty with shaggy brown hair. He was completely naked except for a shirt made out of fabric.
Ew.
Other than the makeshift skirt. It says skirt, not shirt.
Okay.
Can I?
So he's naked, but he's wearing a little skirt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a wild boy.
I like that better than if he was wearing a shirt with no pants like Porky Pig.
Yeah, like naked from the waist down little boy.
That's bad.
No.
That's emergency situation.
Skirt.
Okay, skirt. Great.
Okay.
Was it a grass skirt?
Other than a makeshift skirt made out of fabric. So
Okay.
probably old timey. All he had was a dog that was already running away from us. He stared at us for a good 30 seconds before gently shaking his head. I don't know if I would call it a nod. And then he ran after his dog. We both freaked out, ran back home to tell our parents, who believed us enough to go and check the woods, but obviously didn't see anything. I never saw him again, but it's always stuck with me. There's always been weird things that have happened at my house. 2 of my other friends from childhood have said they thought my house was creepy too. No shit.
Yeah.
I looked into my house as much as I could. All I really found was evidence of a wealthy businessman back in the day opening a camp that was for boys to teach them about hunting, archery, etc.
No.
After that, I can't find anything else. I even worked with my town's historical department, but they can't find much. I even worked with my town's historical department, but they can't find much more either. My town is small. Everyone knows everyone and whose kids are whose. There's no missing children at the time or ever, basically. It wasn't any of my neighbors or classmates, and I've never seen that kind of dog before around town.
No.
I'd like to think it's a boy from the camp that either died there or ran away and died and was and then squiggly lines, ghost. Thanks for reading. Stay sexy. Don't get murdered. Katie.
He was a ghost.
It was a ghost. It was a little boy ghost who is living his best life, like best ghost life out in the woods. A wild child. He's got his fucking trusty hound with him.
But why is he nodding his head?
He's just like, yep, you saw me.
Oh, he was yes nodding?
He said it wasn't like a yes. He said I nodded his head. I don't know if I would call it a nod. Oh, shaking his head. I don't know if I would call it a nod. Shaking his head is creepy.
Shaking is like, stay away from this forest or something.
You're not supposed to be here.
Because what if you know what that reminds me of is Fox Island, which is in the Upper Peninsula in Michigan.
Is that the Michigan Killers? What is it? The Oakland
child killer.
Yes.
And that was that weird connection to, they started an underprivileged boys camp on an island where they flew kids in. The kids couldn't get back off the island. Most of the kids were underprivileged in some way, and they fucking were molesting them.
They flew in sex perverts to fucking just have their...
Yes. And
wealthy fucking...
Oh my God, this is like, it's the 40s version, but
right.
back when no one would have reported anything.
And it goes to the fucking top.
It goes to the top.
It goes all the way to the top.
Oh my God.
And what if that wealthy businessman who started that fucking camp for boys was named H.H. Holmes?
It was his first pass.
Do you have another
Also,
one?
why would you build? Yes, I do. Why would you build
No.
over a pool?
No.
No.
There's all sorts of problems.
It's
Foundationally and spiritually.
earthquakely.
Spiritually, foundationally.
Okay, wait, give me 1 second because this one, yes.
Okay.
I'm not going to read you the subject line.
Okay.
Hi, Karen, Georgia, Stephen, and relevant furry creatures.
Okay.
All right. This story takes place back when my husband and I moved into our first house in Sylmar, a suburb of LA. We know it very well.
We know what Sylmar is.
Don't mansplain Sylmar to me. We had been in a house for a few months and had just pulled together our music room. Well. We were jamming one night.
Oh.
Awesome. Hugs on guitar, me on drums with my back to the wall. Is this a fucking
Invitation to come jam?
Is it a ghost email from Karen Carpenter? All of a sudden, he stops mid-song. I think it was Misfits' Hybrid Moment.
Oh my God, why
Wow.
are you my new best friends?
So cool. And stares intently at the wall about 2 feet to my right. I, of course, freak out thinking there's a bug right next to me.
Yeah.
Only to discover that there's a smallish bubble under the paint on the wall. What the fuck? Curious, it says that on the email. Curious, I poked at it with my finger and it was squishy, like there was liquid inside.
Ew.
We got a box cutter and cut a little hole in the bubble and a dark, thick liquid came oozing out and down the wall.
Your wall is bleeding.
Was this blood? Sewage? We had no idea. Horrified, we left it there and immediately started calling people to come out and investigate. A plumber came the next day and cut open the wall only to discover it was not blood and it was not sewage. It was...
Honey.
Honey.
Oh,
yes.
shit.
That's right. Inside our wall was the melting remains of a beehive and hundreds of dead bees. Later, I put the pieces together of how it happened. Before we moved in, there were some holes in the outside wall of the house, which we asked the previous owners to patch up as a contingency of the sale.
Bitch.
So they did. And in doing so, they trapped the hive in there. Bee murderers. We would never have known the hive was even there, except for that it was 900 degrees outside that day we were playing music. So the sun just melted the remnants inside the wall.
Wow.
Gross. Took days to clean out the sticky mess and quite sad to see all those dead creatures that are so crucial to our ecosystem. It's true. Fun fact. It had the same smell like when you drive by a beer factory.
Oh.
Maybe the honey fermented? I don't know. Thanks for reading. A big group of friends and I will be at your LA show on Halloween. Yay.
See you there.
Can't wait. Stay sexy and save the bees. Leah.
Oh my God.
Isn't that a good one?
And what a bummer that they had this like free fucking source of honey.
Yes.
That then they couldn't use.
If they'd only kept them alive, they could have tapped that little bubble.
That's right.
And just had a little like
there's a little bit of asbestos paint, lead paint in there.
yeah, but yeah, there isn't everything.
Don't worry about it.
And you're like making a warm cup of tea and then you just go down to the jam room.
Yeah.
And then just
what was her name?
Leah.
And you're like, hey, bees. And they're like, hey, Leah.
Leah, what's up?
What's up, Leah?
Still working real hard for you.
You fucking killed it last night on the drums.
Oh shit, girl. You can jam on the Misfits.
Girl.
These bees have the deepest voices.
Yeah. What's up, girl? Oh,
What's
they're
up,
kind of
girl?
bros because they're from Southern California.
They're bros. They have backwards visors on their heads.
Yeah.
And they're just like, Leah, we just want to make honey and chill.
That's
and
right.
listen to you play music.
That's right, Leah. Oh my God.
I mean, I wish we could do this all night long.
Guys, keep sending us stories like this because, well, you know, whenever we get these ideas for send us your whatever's, we pepper them in whenever they come. We just like read what's good.
We like getting.
Like, it's almost just like,
it's like,
don't mansplain us the minisode and we won't mansplain it back to you.
mansplainingly yours. Stay sexy.
And don't get murdered.
Okay,
Goodbye. Elvis, you want a cookie?
yeah.
Goodbye. Bye.
If audiobooks are your thing, or if you've been meaning to listen to more of them, you should check out a podcast called Earsay, the Audible and iHeart Audiobook Club, hosted by Cal Penn.
Each episode spotlights standout audiobooks on Audible across all kinds of genres: sci-fi, comedy, romance, thrillers, and more, with Cal talking to guests who help break down what makes each story worth listening to.
It's a fun, easy way to discover your next great audiobook.
Check out Earsay on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Goodbye.
The best time to think about home security is before you need it.
That's exactly why there's Simply Safe.
Traditional home security only alerts you after a break-in has already happened, and that's too late. Simply Safe is changing that.
Simply Safe's US-based live agents identify threats on your property and help deter them so intruders never get to your house.
The system is customizable so you can build one that fits your home and your specific needs.
The 24/7 professional monitoring is effective and affordable and won't lock you into a long-term contract.
I think that's what's so scary for so many people is that long-term contract. And like, what if it turns out you don't like it or need it, but they don't have that because they know you'll like it and you'll know that you need it and feel so much safer when you have it. Like at this point in my life, I would never go without a security system on my house. I just feel safer with actually having Simply Safe around.
There's a whole staff at Simply Safe that's waiting to talk to you and help you out. Right now, you can get 50% off your new system by visiting simplysafe.com/MFM.
That's half off at simplysafe.com/MFM.
There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Goodbye.
Vacation planning should feel like a breeze, not a deep dive into countless travel sites searching for the best deal.
With Cheap Caribbean's Budget Beach Finder, you can search every destination and every date all in one search.
You'll save time and money with the Budget Beach Finder.
Say goodbye to endless scrolling and tab hopping and hello to Budget Beach Bliss at your fingertips.
Go to cheapcaribbean.com to try out the Budget Beach Finder and see just how stress-free vacation planning should be.
Goodbye.